First ones I got was in 1995. And it would take me a couple hours to tell you the whole story of what started it. Started indirectly with that girl right there. I met her in Chicago in 1946, the day I got discharged from the Marine Corps. We spent a weekend together.
Everything will come right if you only believe.
So anyway, Betsy found out about the girl about a year after I got home. she even mentioned I should have been home the first day I got discharged, but I got discharged with two other navigators, and one of these guys said, let's spend the evening here, you know, see what Chicago's at. We'd probably never get here again, never see each other again. The three of us were sitting at the bar at about 11 o'clock in the morning in Chicago, and this door opens up at the other end of the bar. And the girl walks in with a suitcase and sets the suitcase down at the end booth, wait on the other end of the bar. And the bartender, his name was Picky. As soon as the bartender said you'll have to sit over in the booth, these two guys said in unison, she's with us. And the bartender looks at us three guys and he looks down at the girl and he says, is that right, miss? And she looked down at us three guys and he says, I guess so. So these other two guys I was with, they shoved off to talk to the girl. This is all the names and where I got them. You usually get them in one. Valentine, Vanwittown, Jens, Summit Mall. I think that's going out of business too. I ain't looking for any more. I got no place to put them. Downtown, Bontown, Galleria. And all of a sudden his arm comes up next to me with a bottle of beer and puts a bottle of beer on the bar, and I turn around and it's the girl. And the first thing she says, how come you're down and all by yourself? She says, are you married? And I said, no, engaged for a couple of years. And she stuck her hand out and said, I'm Bonnie. And you know how somebody says black, you're thinking white, somebody says red, you think green. And as soon as she says, I'm Bonnie, the first thing that jumped into my head is, where's Clyde? You know, Bonnie and Clyde. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. Where's Clyde? This is Gail. That's Crystal over there. K-R-I-S-T-A-L, Crystal. And this is Jennifer. Jen. There's Ruby. That's my little colored girl. He said, you met the other two guys. He said, we got a room down here at the Congress, but it's only got 2 beds. 2 of us are going to have to double up anyway. So I told her, I says, if you're going to share a bed with me, I says, if these 2 guys won't bother you if they come back half drunk tonight or something, I said, if you're in bed with me, I says, they won't bother you. So she only took a couple seconds and says, okay. She says, I'll trust you. She said, I don't know what else to do. And when she said, I'll trust you, you know, and hell, she only knew me about 4 hours. I figured, oh, Jesus. So that's how we happened to wind up getting together that first night of the weekend. And that's Tawny, and behind her, in front of her, rather, the other one sitting down, that's Kimberly. But when I opened up the door anyway, there's Dick and Bill standing there with their mouths open, wondering what the hell they must have been, what the hell it's thinking, you know, because she told them she had to be back in the morning and go to work, and there she's standing behind me, you know, tell them, so they knew we spent the night together. And I told them, I says, Bonnie missed her train. I says, and we saved you a bed. They could see the other bed wasn't messed up. And I just wish I could have got a picture of their faces when I opened the door and she's standing there looking over my shoulder. This I got that ordered. I didn't get it yet. The bottom of a Santa Claus outfit. Just the bottom. What else I got over there? And after breakfast we went across the street and in the Grant Park. And she took some pictures over there. While we were walking through the park, that's why I asked her, how old are you anyway? That's when, you know, sometimes she sounded like she was a high school kid, and other times she sounded more grown up. So she says she's 21, and I said, "You sure?" Because I'm thinking, I spend a night in bed with her, then I first find out how old she is. This one back here is, oh shit, forgot her name. But the license said Levon Gunderson, and I looked at her and said, "Who's this? It's your sister's? I thought your name was Bonnie." And she says, "My name is Bonnie, but nobody ever calls me that." So I could believe that, because my girl's name was Elizabeth Gruber, and I never heard her called Liz or Elizabeth or nothing except Betty. So I could understand how they didn't call her anything but Bonnie. Yeah, that's I guess that's all kinds. They got bathing suits in there. Summer's coming. Got regular clothes, regular dresses. They aren't regularly see you walking around much. Anyway, it was a spy movie about Eastern Europe with Alan Ladd and Geraldine Fitzgerald were the stars of the movie. So we sat up in the highest part of the balcony holding hands through the show. 6 and up another 6. But these are used things, and I guess they must have been forced at certain times, and these things round off. See, there's like a hex head screw in there, and it'll move you where you want it. It'll stay here or here when they're new, but these don't always do it now. But anyway, we were down there standing next to the train waiting for it to pull out. And we kissed at the side of the railroad train there. I take a toothpick, and get this in a position, and wedge your toothpick in between. Right, so it's stay there. So these come, all the arms come off at the shoulder. A lot of this stuff here I made, like these strings here. I bought these in just the top part where the pins are, you know, to hold it into the ears. But the beads I strung different colors. These earrings are Christmas tree ornaments. So then my wife died, like I say, in the day before Thanksgiving in 1990. I don't know if I mentioned that Bonnie and her husband died of brain tumors, inoperable brain tumors. They both died of the same thing. So that was kind of a kick in the head, you know. My wife had died 6 months earlier, and now I come across this other girl that she died also 8 years ago, or 3 years ago, according to her ma. That table and 2 stools that I could sit at when we sat in the Allerton Hotel. That still goes. Just the same. Of course, everything wasn't as cluttered. And on the table at the Allerton, I didn't have a revolving light. It had a little round globe with a candle in it. An ashtray. And neither one of us smoked, so we didn't use the ashtray.